Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. If you remember, in some of our most recent videos, I talked about these UFOs in Space Shuttle STS mission footage or the International Space Station footage showing these objects that aren't simply just floating by as you would see with ice crystals or space debris, but objects that seem to increase their rate of speed, change direction, make sharp right-hand turns, and basically just what amounts to almost defying the laws of motion and gravity as we know them. So I have some more footage that has rarely been seen that I know is definitely going to blow your mind, and we'll just go through clip by clip. I'll show you the clips, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it and analyze them. So the first clip I definitely want to show you guys is from NASA's STS-80 mission. And the STS-80 was a space shuttle mission flown by Space Shuttle Columbia, which was originally scheduled for October 31st, 1996, but was delayed to November 19th. So this footage is from 1996, and we're going to demonstrate a variety of clips that show objects demonstrating this change in direction and velocity. Now, some of these clips are very quick, so we will definitely show you them and then slow them down and analyze them to show you that these objects most definitely are changing direction, which is something that space debris, free-floating space debris, does not do. So we'll go ahead and play the first clip now. So as you just saw in that clip, we have an object coming up from the lower right near the shuttle, and this object looks to be way in the background out in space. It doesn't look anywhere near the shuttle, and it comes up, and then suddenly, not only does it increase speed, but it shifts left and makes almost a 90-degree turn and increases its speed after making said turn. And again, as you can see, this object is nowhere near any of the jets on the shuttle, and at this time I don't see any evidence of any jet usage on the shuttle. So that is a very interesting clip. And here is the contrast enhanced version. It's also stabilized, so you can get a better view and you can see the object, and we're looping the clip over for you. It definitely makes a turn. So you gotta wonder, are we really that crazy for thinking that there are piloted objects out there in space? I don't think so. Now, the next few pieces of clips are also from the STS-80 mission. And as you're seeing in this clip, we have multiple objects in the background, also changing velocity and direction. We even have one object that comes down from the top of the screen, stops, and then jets backwards out of sight. And we'll go ahead and play that clip for you a few times here. And I mean, there are multiple objects in this footage, and it's some amazing footage that has seldom been published online. There's only a few clips that a lot of UFO researchers use as a reference, but there are a lot of unknown clips out there showing these objects that change direction. And we're not just talking about objects flying by. Again, we're talking about changing trajectory, changing speed, making turns without any outside force, which only leaves us with one conclusion, that they are under control. And again, we go back to what some of the Apollo astronauts have publicly stated, that when they were on the way to the moon, they saw UFOs following the Apollo spacecraft, not only to the moon, but also from, tagging along with them, I believe is the direct quote. And Buzz Aldrin and, other astronauts have come out and spoken about this. So it's really no big secret. Now here we have another segment from the same clip. And by the way, what you're seeing is happening here is this is filmed during the deployment of the Wake Shield facility experiment. So they're deploying that, and again, in this new segment, we're again seeing an object hovering in the background to the right of the frame, moving upwards. And then another object, which is where I want you to focus on, comes down and curves back up and goes out of sight. Or at least that's where the video frame switches to a different camera. So that's the best that we get. It's not that we're trying to cut off these clips early. It's just basically, the shuttle and the ISS always seem to switch cameras when these objects appear. So, this was nonetheless obvious during these 1996 missions. But again, as we played this clip over and show you the enhanced version, there are various objects out here. I mean, even with this enhanced version, as you're seeing here, we have other objects that were before unseen until brought out with contrast enhancement. So again, it's some amazing footage from the STS-80 mission. Now, lastly, I want to show you two more clips, one of which you guys may have seen before, but this is very interesting. It's called the Boomerang UFO, taken during, I believe, during the STS-80 mission. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to have to double check on that, and I'll put that down in the video description. But we see here an array of objects flying by in this very quick clip. But out of this array of objects, we see this boomerang-shaped UFO flying at an incredible rate of speed over top of the Earth. Just flying by. Like a boomerang. Not only is it boomerang-shaped, but it is spinning like a boomerang, as you're seeing here. And we will play this over a few times and also slow it down for you. So again, there's some very interesting things out there in space that thankfully we've been able to document here, and we're still digging. There's a lot of footage out there that has yet to have been seen or discovered. Now, this last clip I want to show you was taken during the Apollo 10 moon mission on the 16mm DAC video camera, well, film camera. And we see this beautiful shot of Earth heading up over the horizon of the moon. Beautiful shot. And remember how we've talked about saucers on the moon. I mean, we've documented the fact that not only were there objects up there, but ham radio operators during the Apollo missions who were monitoring the radio transmissions between Apollo and Houston picked up the astronauts speaking about these saucers sitting on the rims of craters on the moon. And thankfully, in this 16mm DAC footage, we have caught one of these saucers flying over the moon, leaving this bright bluish trail behind it, along with a shadow on the moon's surface, as you're seeing here in this regular footage, and as well as the stabilized version of the footage frame by frame. And this object, although very obviously not very high definition, looks very similar to an image of another one of these saucer-shaped objects sitting on the moon during their moonwalk, which you're seeing in this image here, where this massive saucer-shaped object was caught sitting in the background while they were doing their moonwalk. And again, it just looks very similar. So we will leave it up to you. Let us know what you guys think. There's a lot of amazing footage here. And again, do your own research. You can find all of this public. It's all public domain footage. NASA, it's a public enterprise, and I would get out there and I would find this video and dig through it yourself before they take it down, as they've done before. You never know how long you'll have access to it. So again, amazing footage, all of it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on your way out. Contact me if you have your own footage. My email address is down in the video description. And we'll see you back with another video real soon. Stay safe, guys.